We're here with David from Line 6, who's going to show us the pod farm. It's a new piece of software which recreates a lot of the more modern pod sounds, and apparently it can be used with any audio hardware. Can you tell us what the overall philosophy is behind this product, please?
Pod Farm is our new suite of software that takes the place of Amp Farm. Amp Farm will no longer be sold as a TDM plugin. It is iLok compatible, so you no longer have to have one of our interfaces to use it like some of our previous products. And basically, there's two versions of it. There's a basic version of Pod Farm, which has 18 guitar amp models, some of our mic pre models, a few bass amp models, sort of a limited set of models. And then we also have the Pod Farm Platinum, which is absolutely every model we make. So you've got 78 guitar amp models, I think close to 30 bass amp models, all of our effects, all of our stomp boxes, compressors. It's all in there in plug-in form.
And this is compatible with all the native plugin formats?
Yes.
All the common ones?
It's RTAS, like I'm running it here with Pro Tools, and then it's also VST, Mac VST, Mac audio units, all the usual suspects.
Okay. I think a big part of this product seems to be the new visual interface.
Yes.
Which looks quite dramatic
Yeah,
compared to what went before.
Pretty proud of that. It's got a very cool sort of browsing window here where I can just flip through all the effects, and then I can drop and drag them down into this window. If I want to grab like a distortion pedal, I can hit distortion, go over to my distortions, grab this model of a fuzz face. I've got a fuzz face model in there. If I want to adjust that, I click it, and I have this very cool image of a fuzz face, basically, and then I can go in and go, oh, gee, I want a little brighter, a little bit less gain.
Okay, and I believe it's just as easy to put insert effects in the back of the amplifier.
Yes. So if I want to go in and get a delay, I can hit delays here, flip over to the delays, grab this model of a Deluxe Memory Man, and I can put it post, or I can put it pre, just like I could a real pedal. So I throw that in the back. And again, if I go to this other panel, I can then go in and adjust all the feedback and delay time and everything. If I click on the amp, again, I get a cool visual representation of that particular amp, but I can also click this cab thing there. I'm going to turn off my fuzz face real quick, and I can adjust the amount of room to a whole lot of room. I'll turn off the delay so we can actually hear that. To right on top of it. I can change cabs, so this is the 4x12 with 20 watt Celestions. I can grab 25s, which I like a little better on this amp. And I can even go so far as to go in and grab the mic and take a 57 on axis, go to an off axis. So again, many of the physical things that you can do with amps and pedals and mics and rooms and everything, it's all here, and it's all visually represented in a very cool new way, I think, too.
So when are we going to see this on the market?
This, I think you will see early November.
Yes, it's that soon.
Yeah.
Yeah. Any idea on pricing yet?
$99 US MAP for the regular Pod Farm suite, and $299 for the complete Platinum suite, and that's for the iLok compatibility. Now this will also function as a front end for all of our audio interfaces as well. So I'm running it as a plug-in here, but it can be run standalone as sort of a virtual front end with any of our audio interfaces.
And the advantage there, of course, is you get very low latency.
Yes, then you get our tone direct monitoring, which basically allows you to set your buffer sizes in your DAW to any size
Yeah.
and still get really low latency.
So in that mode, it's essentially the same thing almost as plugging a pod into the input of your system.
Yes, that's it. And this whole suite really is the same as having all the models in the Platinum version as Pod X3 or X3 Live.
Yeah. And because it's a Pod X3 kind of architecture, I'm guessing you can get 2 channels of different amps and effects at the same time.
Yes, you can. I almost forgot. So I can hit this dual button. Now I've got a completely separate signal chain over here. I can pan it wherever I want. I can change the levels there. And again, I can go up and grab a different amp model. Let's grab this cool little Marshall combo model. I can pan them wide. And now I've got two completely different signal chains, and again, I can go in and go nuts with delays and go, gee, I'm going to put an analog delay into the front of that. I'm going to put a model of a Benson Echo Rec back behind that. Go up here and get different overdrive pedals, just like I did before, and just drop and drag anywhere I like. Another cool thing that I think people don't really associate with Line 6, but what we do very well, is we also model a lot of mic pre's. So here we've got a model American Classic that's basically a model of an API, and that I can throw in instead of an amp and still have all the effects. And again, I grab it, and you've got a very familiar sort of visual representation of that to tweak as you're going along.
Seems like you get a lot for your money.
I would say so, yes. A whole lot.
All right, thanks very much, David.
Thank you.